facie petition aimed at upstaging President Bola Tinubu's hold on power. Atiku Abubakar's counsel had demanded to unravel President Tinubu's academic records at the U.S. institution to boost his petition at Nigeria's Supreme Court. The Chicago State University had come under torrents of criticisms for locking its X or Twitter account, which contains details of Tinubu's academic records and the class of 79 which Tinubu claims to belong.
I have repeatedly used my journalistic platform to expose and publicize malfeasance and criminal behavior by powerful people in Nigeria, most recently the new Nigerian president, Bola Tinubu. An individual whose FBI file of over 2,500 pages is set to be released publicly for the first time next month.
Appears to be the last grip of a prima facie petition aimed at upstaging President Bola Tinubu's hold on power. Atiku Abubakar's counsel had demanded to unravel President Tinubu's academic records at the U.S. institution to boost his petition at Nigeria's Supreme Court. The Chicago State University had come under torrents of criticisms for locking its X or Twitter account, which contains details of Tinubu's academic records and the class of 79 which Tinubu claims to belong. The coming days had continued to build spurious sentiment and curiosity against Tinubu's academic records, which is being shrouded in secrecy. Tinubu's prayers on Monday came as part of the ongoing legal battle unfolding at the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois in Chicago. The case was brought by Atiku, who has been on a judicial quest to establish that Tinubu was not eligible to be Nigeria's president despite his election victory in February 2023. After a long-drawn clamor for the full disclosure of Tinubu's certificate, the U.S. court finally ordered the Chicago State University to release President Tinubu's documents, but limiting it to only his diploma certificate. While this was supposed to clear every doubt, contrary to expectations, it wasn't so, as it turned out more controversial due to the discrepancies in two different signatures and dates on the certificates. But Tinubu's counsel dismissed any insinuation of deliberate fraud by putting the blame as a clerical error on the Chicago State University. His counsel says, quote, "There is harm in allowing discovery on issues and documents outside the diploma." Tinubu's lawyers said this in the full briefing to the court seeking a review of Judge Jeffrey Gilbert's order by a district judge, Nancy Maldonado. As it stands, the controversies concerning President Bola Tinubu's credentials runs deep, with the President's counsel hesitant on full disclosure, especially on the demand for a detailed transcript or gender, even as the Chicago State University remains bound by a privacy clause. The identity of who was admitted into Chicago State University in the 1970s has been a hot issue after college transcripts emerged that indicated the school admitted a female Bola Tinubu from Southwest College, Chicago in 1977. Political analysts say as the issue lingers, the certificate saga still holds more puzzle for Atiku's legal team to unravel, while President Tinubu's team will need to convince the international community of the acclaimed validity of his credentials.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak at the 54th session of the UN Human Rights Council. As an investigative journalist from Nigeria, my work primarily focuses on advancing transparency and accountability in government. I have repeatedly used my journalistic platform to expose and publicize malfeasance and criminal behavior by powerful people in Nigeria, most recently the new Nigerian president, Bola Tinubu. An individual whose FBI file of over 2,500 pages is set to be released publicly for the first time next month, and who has, as a matter of public record, forfeited $460,000 to the United States government, being proceeds of heroin trafficking. Due to my journalistic work, his regime has taken extraordinary steps to silence me, including a recent attempted abduction from Ghana where I have political asylum. The Tinubu regime is currently trying to prevail on Ghana, which historically is a close ally of Nigeria, to violate the non-refoulement principle and have me return to Nigeria, where I would almost certainly face imprisonment, torture, and extrajudicial execution. To save my life and the important work that I do, I have been forced into a semi-nomadic lifestyle. rarely sleeping in one place for a prolonged period of time. In fact, it is from one of these temporary locations that I'm filming this message. Now, under Article 19 of the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights, freedom of expression is a fundamental human right. And as a journalist, I must be able to do my work without living in fear or living on the run, simply because I'm doing my job. Thank you.